Hey there, folks. Picture this. A guy named Tom, retired, pushing 70, sipping coffee on his porch in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee, where the pines whisper and the nearest Walmart's a 30-minute drive. He's built his dream cozy cabin tucked in a valley, far from the grind of city life, a place where the only noise is the creek gurgling nearby. But then, enter Lisa, the new neighbor from hell, who's about to turn Tom's slice of paradise into a battleground over a dirt road. Yeah, a dirt road, that's his only way in and out. This isn't just a story about land. It's about what happens when someone tries to bully their way into controlling your peace, and how one man fights back with grit, smarts, and a little help from some unexpected allies. So, Tom's cabin sits at the end of this winding, gravelly path, barely wide enough for his old pickup. It's been his lifeline for years: groceries, doctor visits, the occasional buddy dropping by with a six-pack. He bought the land back in the 80s, checked every deed, every survey, and made sure it was his, fair and square. The road? Part of the deal, always has been, carved out decades before he even showed up. Life was good, simple. Mornings were for tinkering in his shed, afternoons for reading westerns, evenings for watching the sunset paint the trees gold. Neighbors? They're out there, scattered across the hills, but everyone keeps to themselves. Live and let live, you know? Then Lisa rolls in. She buys the old Miller place, a fancy house up the ridge, and from day one, she's got this vibe like she's the queen of the holler. Word spreads fast. She's been snapping at folks, complaining about noise, fences, even the way someone's dog barks. Tom hears the gossip but shrugs it off: small-town chatter, probably blown out of proportion. That is, until one crisp fall morning, when he's hauling firewood back from town and spots a shiny Range Rover parked right where his road starts. Day after day, it's there, like a guard dog staking claim. He's curious, but lets it slide. Maybe someone's just lost. Then, one day, there she is, Lisa, arms crossed, standing by her car like she's ready to throw down. Tom pulls over, steps out, and tries to keep things friendly. "Morning," he says, tipping his cap. "Something I can help you with?" Lisa doesn't blink. "This road," she says, pointing at the dirt like it's her kingdom, "it cuts through my land. If you want to keep using it, we need to talk terms." Tom's jaw drops. Terms? He's been driving this road for 20 years, and he has the paperwork to prove it's his. "Ma'am," he says, keeping his cool, "this road's mine, always has been. Happy to show you the deeds." Lisa smirks, like he's some kid making stuff up. "I've seen my maps," she snaps. "Pay up, or I'm shutting it down." Tom's not one to lose his temper, but that hit a nerve. This road isn't just dirt, it's his freedom, his connection to the world. He heads home, digs out his files, every legal document he's got, and the next day, he's at Lisa's gate, papers in hand. "Lisa," he says, calm as he can, "let's clear this up. These prove the road's mine. Take a look." She doesn't even glance at them, just waves him off. "Those could be fake for all I know," she says, rolling her eyes. "Find another way, Tom." He tries to reason, offers to bring in a surveyor, but she cuts him off. "My land, my rules," she says, and slams the gate in his face. A week later, Tom's coming back from the hardware store and boom, there's a steel gate across his road, padlocked, with a sign, "Private property, no trespassing." His heart sinks. He's trapped. He calls the sheriff, but Lisa's there in minutes, all smiles, telling the deputies it's her land, her right. The cops, stuck in a he said she said, just file a report and leave. Tom's fuming, but it gets worse. A few days later, he hears bulldozers. He runs out and sees Lisa, directing a crew to rip up his road, trenches, boulders, the works. "What the hell are you doing?" he yells. She turns, grinning like she's won the lottery. "Protecting my property," she says. "You're not driving through my land anymore." By the time they're done, the road's a war zone. Tom's truck is stuck on the other side, and he's hiking miles through the woods just to get home. Then, the kicker, Lisa sues him, claims he's been trespassing, damaging her land, and demands thousands in compensation plus a court order to ban him from the road. Tom's had enough. This isn't just about a road, Anna Maria, it's about his home, his life. He's not rolling over. He hires Sarah, a no-nonsense property lawyer who's taken down bullies like Lisa before. Sarah dives in, pulling together a rock-solid case, deeds, surveys, old county maps, all proving the road's Tom's. But she knows Lisa's slippery, so Tom gets to work too. He talks to neighbors old-timers like Miss Betty, who's lived here since the 60s and remembers the road being used before Lisa was even born. They're hesitant at first, scared of Lisa's wrath, but they come through with stories, photos, anything to back Tom up. Sarah suggests cameras, so Tom sets up a few along the ruined road. Jackpot. Within days, they catch Lisa directing her crew to dump more rocks, laughing as she says, "This'll make him sell and get out." In one clip, she's bragging about teaching him who's boss. Tom's blood boils, but he's got her now. Then, one morning, he catches her red-handed, putting up another barrier. He grabs his phone, starts recording, and calls her out. "Lisa, this is my road, and you know it," he says, voice steady. She spins around, eyes blazing. "You're trespassing, old man," she shouts. "This is my land." Tom doesn't back down. He calls the sheriff again, and this time, he's ready. When the deputies show up, he hands them a folder: deeds, videos, the works. Lisa's still yelling, but the cops aren't buying it. One looks at her, dead serious. "Ma'am, this evidence says the road's his, and we've got you on tape wrecking it." Lisa's face goes white. She starts screaming, accusing Tom of faking everything, but it's too late. The deputies turn to Tom. "Want to press charges?" they ask. Tom nods. "Damn right I do." The trial's a spectacle. The whole county's buzzing, folks packing the courtroom to see this showdown. Lisa's lawyer spins a sob story, just a poor homeowner defending her rights against Tom, the big, bad neighbor. But Sarah's a shark. She lays out the evidence like a puzzle coming together. Historical maps, neighbor testimonies, and those videos. The room goes quiet as Lisa's voice booms through the speakers, gloating about ruining Tom's life. Miss Betty takes the stand, frail but fierce, calling Lisa a bully who tried to scare everyone into siding with her. Another neighbor, Joe, talks about seeing Lisa laugh as her crew trashed the road. Lisa's story falls apart. Her lawyer tries to pivot, saying it was property maintenance, but the judge isn't having it. When the gavel drops, it's over. The road's Tom's, always was. Lisa's hit with a massive fine to fix the road, cover Tom's legal fees, and compensate for his trouble. Plus, 6 months of community service. Ironic, right? She slinks out of court, avoiding everyone's eyes. Tom gets to work. With the court's money, he hires a crew to rebuild the road, better than ever, smooth, sturdy, like it's saying, "Try me now." Neighbors start showing up, folks who stayed quiet before, bringing casseroles, helping clear debris, even throwing a little party when the road's done. Miss Betty hugs him and says, "You showed us what standing up looks like, Tom." Lisa? She's gone. Her big house goes up for sale, and she leaves town, tail between her legs. The neighborhood feels lighter, like a storm's past. They start a community group, not some HOA nonsense, just a way to check in, share a beer, keep things fair. Tom's back on his porch, coffee in hand, watching cars roll by on his road, the sunset glowing like it's proud of him, too. Looking back, Tom knows it wasn't just about the road. It was about holding on to what's yours, about not letting someone's greed or ego steal your peace. There were days he wanted to give up, sell the cabin, and walk away. But every time he felt that fear, he thought about what it'd mean to let Lisa win, not just for him, but for everyone she'd bully next. That's what kept him going. Truth, stubbornness, and a little faith that justice still means something. Sitting there, he wonders if he'd do it all again. Probably. Because some fights aren't just yours. Theory for everyone who's ever been pushed too far. So what do you think? Was Tom right to dig in his heels? Or should he have tried harder to compromise? Ever had a neighbor like Lisa? Or been in a fight where you had to stand your ground? Drop a comment. Share your story. I am reading everyone. And if this hit home, give it a like. Share it with someone who needs a little fire to fight their own battle. Thanks for listening, folks. Stay true out there.